Hey guys, thank you for coming back to my channel. Today I want to talk about heat strokes in dogs due to the weather being so hot recently with the heat advisory. So I went to work today and I had two deaths that I'm very upset about regarding having a heat stroke. So what a better day to talk about heat stroke than today. Okay, so number one is if your dog is brachycephalic, meaning that we have a short nose, meaning that we already have a hard time breathing, we should not, absolutely not go out in this weather whatsoever. I don't care, buy a wee pad, let that dog stay in the house. Now, if you, whatever reason, really need to bring your dog outside, do it in the morning and do it at night when it's not as hot outside. But whatever you do, that dog should be inside only in this kind of weather. Another dog you don't want in this kind of weather is a dog that has a second coat, like a husky. They have a very thick coat. You do not want that dog outside in this type of weather whatsoever. Only in the daytime and only at night when it's not as hot compared to the afternoon when it's at its hottest. Another key note to know is that dogs cannot sweat like humans. They do not have sweat glands as much as we do. Therefore, their way to cool down is to pant. If you see your dog is panting, that means that they're trying to cool themselves down, because that's the only way they can, especially if they're trying to look for a shade and they're laying down. That's when you know it is way too hot for your dog to be outside. Now, I know this is kind of obvious, but I'm going to say it anyways. If you see your dog collapsing outside, you want to bring your dog to the animal hospital as soon as possible. And on the car ride down, you can put the air conditioner on them, which can help. Do not, please, I see owners try and do this all the time or tell me this is what they did. Do not put ice cold water on your dog. Therefore, it's going to shock their system, and that is not what you want to do. You want to put cold water on them, but not ice cold water to where it's going to shock their system. This goes for any dog in this kind of weather where there's a heat advisory. The concrete is so hot, they do not have any shoes like we do to protect their pads. Therefore, when the concrete is so hot, especially if you have like dark concrete, like a parking lot, a parking space, anything like that, it's going to be really hot. And I have seen where their paw pads have burned because they were outside on the concrete walking for too long. So that's another thing you want to watch out for when you're walking your dogs out in this hot weather, is their paw pads. You want to make sure that they're not getting blisters or burns from it. When your dog is outside, whether it's just hot out or there is a heat advisory out, to cool them down, you could always give them water so that way they can drink. Make sure they're not drinking it too quickly, because then they'll vomit. So just make sure that they're drinking just enough to cool down. You could also put some water on their head, not too cold, not ice cold, but just cold enough. And another thing is put them in an air conditioner or have a fan over them, and also shade can help as well. Okay, so moral of the story is please keep your dog inside, especially if they're brachycephalic, they have a thick coat. They should absolutely stay inside, and even the dogs who don't, they should still be inside when it's really hot, when there's a heat advisory, as much as you can. If you need to take them out, take them in early morning or night. Please, I am sick of seeing these dogs dying because of us leaving them outside. I hate to see it. So please, if you see a dog outside, if you see your neighbor, please kindly tell them to bring them inside. It's too hot. I don't want to see any more dogs this week that are overheating. So I'm just making this video so hopefully people can understand more and keep these dogs inside. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel, and if you're new here, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.